Hey, welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Beer School with me, Chad of Chad's Beer Reviews, and Mateo, aka Beer_reviewer. What's
I
going on,
appreciate
man?
it. Great to be back. Honored again.
I know it's funny. This is another Belgian beer. Last time we did Chimay White, which
Yeah,
was
the
a triple.
Tripel. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we're doing this as a Tuesday Night Beer School. I can't believe I've never done a school or episode on this particular style. I feel like nobody really makes this style anymore. Belgian IPA. Overall impression, a dry, hoppy IPA with fruitiness and spiciness of Belgian yeast, often lighter in color and more attenuated, similar to a Belgian triple that has been brewed with more hops. See, I kind of disagree with that. To me, it's more like a Belgian blonde than a triple, but it's kind of like the blonde, the triple, and the strong golden ale, they're all very, very similar, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see. Comments. Choice of yeast strain and hop varieties is critical since many choices will clash horribly. It's kind of a weird way to phrase it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Belgian yeast strain and the American hops. Yeah. You have to line those up perfectly. History, pretty modern style. Homebrewers and, craft brewers invented it. Carries ingredients, Belgian yeast strains, used in making triples and golden strong ales. American examples tend to use American or New World hops, while Belgian versions tend to use European hops and only pale malt. Sugar adjuncts common. Interesting. Style comparison: a cross between an American IPA or double IPA with a Belgian Golden Strong Ale or a Belgian Triple. I would probably say Belgian. Well, I mean, it kind of depends on the beer. It could be blonde, but
Yeah, because the
I love.
SRMs they range as well, right? Or not too much.
Yeah, SRM 5 to 8, so light colored. ABV 6.2 to 9.5, and it's funny. Well, I had the Houblon Chouf last night, although it's funny, I'm posting that review after this class. So like in that video, I'm like, see you tomorrow or yesterday. You know?
Yeah, right.
The Houblon Chouf is fresh in mind. I think when they wrote these specs, the beer we're reviewing wasn't there. So we're reviewing Duvel Triple Hop Citra Belgian IPA.
Does yours have the hop dragon in the back?
Yeah, it's pretty cool label.
Yeah.
Mine says best before January of 2026. So
Mine's best before September 2025.
I don't know. You think that's a year out? It's probably a year.
Probably, yeah. So this is somewhat fresh.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I guess we'll just when we're judging beer, you always start with aroma. So let's give it a whiff.
I mean that I'm definitely getting citrus and getting orange pulp in this.
Really, I'm getting. To me, this is like one of the dankest beers I've ever smelled. This smells like fiddlehead. It's like very, very weedy, like very cannabisy.
I
Like
get a little bit of that, not too much.
really, yeah, because I mean, I definitely get like a little bit of like kind of orange or grapefruit in there, but to me, this one is like all. This is, I think maybe what Boulevard Dank 7 was going for was this.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
saw your review and you said it wasn't dank at all.
I know. Yeah, I would definitely. To me, this one is very dank. It's a little citrusy. Do you get like anything standing out on the nose, Belgian to you?
I get some pepper phenols in there, like black pepper. There's a
Yeah,
black peppercorn. There's a nice spice to it.
I agree with that.
But I just and maybe like a little bit of like honey, small honey maltiness to it.
Are you getting any banana or like the perfumey esters?
Not in the aroma.
No. I could sort of see this being sort of triple, maybe, or golden strong. It's been a long time since I've had regular Duvel, but to me, this smells like an American IPA. Like if I know like this was a Belgian IPA, I think I would probably assume off the nose that it's American. What do you think?
Um, yeah, I mean, I could see that. The hops are definitely the most prominent feature. The only thing, like I said, I am getting that black pepper spice, and it's different from like a hop spice. You know, sometimes the
Yeah.
hazies don't have that. It's definitely a distinct that Belgian black peppercorn spice.
Okay. Let's move on to the specs for aroma. All right. So moderate to high hop aroma. All right. Often reflecting the character of American or New World hops or continental hops, possibly with light dry hop note, gentle malt sweetness, sometimes with a sugary or honey care. Yeah, you mentioned honey. I wouldn't really say like malt sweetness on here. Like this, whatever base malt they're using on here is like very nondescript, you know? Like I'm not getting caramel or toast or anything on here. It's not even like Pilsnery. Anyway, gentle malt sweetness sometimes with a sugary or honey character, but rarely caramel. Moderate to high esters, often pears, apples, citrus, or banana. Yeah, I really don't get
I'm not
fruitiness
getting
on this.
any esters at
Yeah,
all. They're
I
masked by
agree.
the hops.
Light spice, clove, or pepper optional. Light alcohol aroma optional. You know, I forgot to mention that. This is 9.5. I didn't really.
No, it doesn't smell like it.
I mean, it has like maybe like a hint of like you can just tell that it's like strong, but it's also to me the hops are so strong here they're like overriding everything else. All right, so how are we gonna score this? You know, aroma goes on a score of 1 to 12, and to me this one, you know, we both said like it really was lacking the esters, and I said you know it smells very American. And it definitely smells like an IPA.
Yeah,
Um, and to
but
me,
it's
I'm saying
lacking
like
the Belgian part.
yeah, it's like super dank, and this it's funny because I had the Houblon Chouffe last night, and this smells very very different from that beer. Um, I'm gonna go kind of low on this one, or high depending on. I'm gonna say 9 out of 12.
Okay,
What do you think?
I was thinking like a 7. At least the
7?
hops are there. That's what's keeping it afloat. But
Yeah.
maybe an 8 because I am picking up that pepper as well. So I'd probably give it an 8. But yeah,
You know,
there's no esters in this at all.
I'm
At
gonna
least
change mine to an 8. All right. So appearance. Well, I poured mine into my Belgian tulip glass or whatever, and
yeah.
what's surprising about it is that it's very clear, like a pilsner. Like this is actually it's so clear, it doesn't even look like a Belgian beer because usually Belgian beers have a little bit of haze to them. You know,
Mine has a slight haze to it.
there's still a little bit left in the bottle. Let me.
Yeah, what I loved, I don't know about yours, but mine had a massive head, and
Yeah,
it stuck around.
yeah. Typical Duvel just took up like half the glass of
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
foam.
for sure.
All right, now that I added the full, all right, it has like it's not crystal clear anymore. So, all right, yeah, but I would call that, I don't know, it's almost like a lemon skin yellow.
Yeah, that's a good descriptor.
I call it, yeah, yellow, white gold, maybe something like that. Big white, foamy, poofy head, maybe.
Yeah, and it remains there.
Hmm. All
And
right,
then
let's check the specs on appearance. Light golden to amber in color, moderate to large, off-white head with good retention, good to quite hazy clarity. I would give this one the full 3 out of 3 though.
yeah, I would agree that I was really impressed by the head. I mean, look, I just poured that again, and it's barely lost any of it.
Yeah. Well, it's Duvel, so. All right, we got our beer. Let's get to drinking here. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's nice.
The
Now I'm getting that dank that I can't really pick that up in the aroma, but it's there in the flavor in a good way.
yeah, this like I said on the nose, this kind of reminds me of like Fiddlehead, but it or like a lot of the New England hazy IPAs, a lot of them are like so dank like that, but they lack the bitterness. This
Mm-hmm.
one has the bit like actually it's not even so much that it's bitter. I think it's the Belgian yeast phenols because I'm getting you know big peppercorn, big yeah like pepper like shelf rack, you know, like oregano, pencil shavings.
Keeps going back to the smell because this
Mhm.
definitely tastes different. There's more going on in the flavor than the aroma.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And now that I'm like a few sips in, I am picking up the Belgian yeast esters. There is like a little fruitiness in here. Are you getting that?
I'm getting a slight like Gala apple and a slight banana. That's definitely
Yeah.
not perceived in the aroma.
Yeah, I could see that. Some kind of like green fruit, but I'm also getting like a little bit of like orange, like peel, maybe. Kind of like, like in a good triple, you tend to get like a little bit of orange citrus,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe like almost like orange juice concentrate. That could be from the Citra hops.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm definitely getting citrus, but at this, I don't know if that's from the hops or the Belgian yeast.
Mm-hmm. Would you consider this one grassy?
Mm, not really. I think I'm getting more of a dank. Um, I know sometimes grassy and dank kind of overlap, at least on my
Yeah.
palate sometimes, but this is definitely leaning more towards dank than grassy.
It's funny because before we started the show, you said you were doing yard work. Like you ever like mow the lawn and it
Yeah,
smells like hops.
yeah. I was doing the backyard.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like you can almost like taste it in the air sometimes. Like a lot of Belgian beers have like almost like this kind of soapy. Um, some people like perceive it as cilantro
Okay.
or perfume.
Yeah, like a perfumey.
Yeah, like my ex girlfriend Christina, she can't eat pico because the cilantro makes it taste like soap to her.
Oh, she has that gene. Oh
Yeah,
man. No, I definitely don't have it. Thankfully, I'm can't tell, but I'm Mexican, so
yeah.
I grew up eating cilantro. So
How's the alcohol for you? To me, this is like completely devoid. It's like this is 9.5, but like I'm getting like no heat on here.
no, there's not a drop of alcohol in this.
Mhm.
This would
Yeah,
be if I didn't know, this would be dangerous. Like I would get a full pour of this at a bar and not realize the
I know.
ABV on it.
I get a 750 ml bottle or like a 4-pack, and just you could go through all of them.
Oh, pass
I
out.
would say this is definitely a dry, spicy beer. Like there's no, this isn't sweet at all. It's not malty. Um, to me, it just kind of tastes like a Pilsner malt base. Um, yeah, probably Pilsnery, which I think Pilsner malt base and like peppery hops and like Belgian peppery yeast character like go really well together.
I do get a little bit of that honey that I was picking up on the nose, but it's
Mhm.
pretty subtle. It's not like a main
Yeah,
feature at all.
it could be a little bit of oxidation,
Oh, okay.
maybe. Like to me, I always get it as
Yeah.
like lemon lollipop. Flavor: moderate, fruity, and spicy flavors. Same descriptors as aroma. Moderate to high hop flavor. Same description. All right, so I would agree. It does say moderate fruity. I could see that. Moderate to high hop. Yeah, I would definitely say high hop flavor on here. Light, relatively neutral, grainy malt flavor, optionally with low toast, caramel, or honey. Yeah. Like I said, to me, this just tastes like Pilsner malt. Let's see. Moderate to high bitterness. Yeah, I would agree. Dry to medium dry finish that often accentuates the perception of bitterness. Aftertaste is
Yeah,
a
this is
lingering
really good.
bitterness, but is not harsh. They didn't mention alcohol on here, but yeah, I would agree. The dry finish accentuates the bitterness. Yeah, it's not that it's really bitter. It's just like peppery and
Yeah.
savory, I guess you could say. So it's funny because like it's checking all the boxes for flavor, but it was kind of missing some on the aroma. All right, so let's bring the score sheet up again. All right, so flavor. It's funny. I went low on aroma, but I'm gonna go pretty high on flavor. I think this is like on a scale of 1 to 20. I think it's like at least a 17.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Uh, trying to think like I would say an 18. This is pretty good. I mean, it checked almost all the boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing I really disagree with it on, other than just kind of like the Belgian character is like a little subtle. I'd like a little bit more like overt Belgian-y qualities to it. Yeah, we forgot to let's talk about mouthfeel real quick.
Oh yeah.
So for a 9.5 ABV beer, you would think it would be pretty big, but this one I'd probably put it like medium, maybe even medium light body and high champagne effervescence.
I was thinking the exact same thing. This is highly carbonated, which is great.
Mhm.
It's like tap dancing on my tongue.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like a medium light body. Surprisingly, yeah, for 9.5%, it's pretty astounding.
Yeah, and I think neither of us got alcohol. This is
Yeah.
I know it feels like you just drank like maybe like a 5%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like almost like a pale ale, an American pale ale.
Actually, kind of reminds me like almost like a German Pilsner or something. In fact, I think it has even less body than a German Pilsner. Although, if they use a lot of sugar adjuncts, that would definitely lighten up the body.
Oh yeah, and kick up the ABV.
Yeah. All right, let's check the specs on mouthfeel. That's funny. Light to medium body, medium to high carbonation level, which can lighten the impression of body. Light warmth optional. Yeah.
There's no warmth in this.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of boxes to check, but this one definitely checks all the boxes, and also like we said, the actual drinkability of it is great because it's such a strong beer. Well, I don't want to say bitter beer. It's a very hoppy beer for sure, but it's like really drinkable. And yeah, like I only have a little bit left in the glass. I'm like, I definitely am.
Yeah,
I wish I bought more.
I believe I almost finished this.
I know, it's like I want some chips, or this goes great with something salty or spicy maybe.
Ooh, this would go great with like an Italian sausage.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it the full 5 out of 5 on mouthfeel. What do you think?
I agree.
5?
Yeah, it's highly carbed, light bodied, well, medium light.
I mean, it's definitely one of the better examples of the style, but having just had the Shoof last night, and like it's a world of difference. Like I said, this is like Fiddlehead meets Chimay White, which is within the guidelines, but it was just a little lacking on aroma. But overall, I'm gonna say, it's very good. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10.
I would do the same. Yeah, the only thing keeping that is from the aroma.
Yeah. So we had pretty much the same scores on everything. We just split hairs on flavor. Originally I did give it another point on aroma, so which actually would give us the same score. But yeah, there you go, 41-42 for Duvel Triple Hop Citra. Seems like we both really liked it, like for the style guidelines and like as a beer in general too. So did you learn something about this style that you didn't already know?
Yeah, for a Belgian IPA, I don't know why I just had this notion that it was gonna be more malty. I guess because like because in the overall impression, it's like comparable to a Tripel or Belgian Sean Golden Ale, and those usually have a bigger body, more malt character to them. But then actually going through and looking at this, the malt should have it even says here light, relatively neutral, granny malt flavor.
All right, well, thanks to Mateo for doing this review with me, and maybe we can make this like a weekly thing or monthly or something.
That would be awesome, man. I mean, I'm always honored just to be when you invite me out. So, truly thank you for this opportunity. And yeah, I'm down anytime.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Good night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it.
Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.